All right, Saints fans, Who That Nation is finally official. The New Orleans Saints have named Kellen Moore as the head coach. Um, in the weeks of speculation and rumors and interviews, things of that matter, this news just comes 2 days after the Philadelphia Eagles demolished the Kansas City Chiefs in Super Bowl 59 by a score of 40-22, and now Moore is making the jump from the Eagles offensive coordinator to the top job in New Orleans, and that's the head coach of this franchise. But what does that mean for the Saints? Is Kellen Moore the right guy to get his team back on track after a disappointing 5-12 season? We're gonna break all that down. Moore's coaching background, what this hire means for the offense, the biggest challenges he faces, and what moves could we see next in New Orleans. So, Kellen Moore's coaching journey is very detailed. It's out there. Reminds of Moore's coaching the Cowboys, Chargers, and Eagles. That's where he's been. Previous stops. He's been one of the NFL's rising stars in coaching um, for a while. Even at a young age, um, played at Boise State. Had a very pretty much one of the most decorated records, resumes in college football for a quarterback at Boise State. It's very documented. Played under Chris Peterson. Got to the NFL as a quarterback. Didn't see that much action. Pretty much was a backup for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So he transitioned to coaching. Became the Cowboys quarterbacks coach in 2018, and then rose to offensive coordinator in 2019, which was the following year. Under the Jason Garrett regime. So during his time in Dallas, Moore led one of the league's, you know, explosive offenses with the Cowboys, ranking in the top 10 in total yards multiple seasons. After 4 years with the Cowboys, he went on to the Chargers in 2023, coach Justin Herbert, but the bottom fell out on that, and he got picked up by got hired by the Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Sirianni, and you saw what the product of that was a few days ago in the Super Bowl. So there's that. So he knows how to coach quarterbacks. Work with Herbert, work with Jalen Hurts, Dak. So he has that acumen right there that the Saints greatly need. He knows how to run an explosive offense too. So, but can he turn things around for a Saints team that struggle really bad on that side of the ball? Can he do that? So why the Saints hire Kellen Moore? So the Saints offense stats from 2024 was ranked 22nd in the NFL. And it's no secret, that the Saints offense has been one of the biggest issues holding the team back. There's more issues, but the offense is one of the top culprits. They ranked 22nd in offensive efficiency last season, and were one of only three teams to not score 20 points in 6 straight games. That's how bad it had gotten last season. 6 straight games, the Saints offense could not reach 20 points, at least 20 points. So that's why the Saints front office, decided to bring in an offensive minded coach like Kellen Moore. Now there are all the other names out there like a Cliff Kingsbury, Joe Brady, Mike McCarthy, Aaron Glenn. It is what it is at this point. It's pretty much water on the bridge, in my opinion. Maybe Cliff and Joe Brady weren't getting the jobs anyway. This coming after what they saw with Kellen Moore in the NFC Championship game, they pretty much dialed in on him, zoomed in on him. So there's that. So his ability to develop the quarterbacks and maximize offensive talent is a key factor at this hire with this hire, in my opinion. And isn't and let's be honest though, this move signals that the Saints are looking for a serious offensive overhaul, a serious one. But does Moore believe in Derek Carr? Is he the guy to lead the team during that overhaul? Interesting. So we're gonna talk about Derek Carr's contract, right? This is where things can get really interesting, right? There were reports, leading up to this hire, from a site like such as Louisiana Sports.net, their Nets Saints reporter Ross Jackson, that Kellen Moore allegedly had concerns about the Saints quarterback situation. And honestly, you can't really blame him. Can you really blame him for that? Derek Carr had an up and down year, finishing 11 ranked, finishing with an 11 ranked QBR rating according to Pro Football Network. Yeah, I mean, from a number standpoint, it looked like Derek Carr had a really good year, even though he missed quite a few games. From a number standpoint, he had a good year, but overall, the team was 5-12. So that's where the drop off, and the doubts come about. But the bigger issue is for Derek Carr is his contract. Carr is set to carry a massive $51.4 million cap hit in 2025, making it one of the most difficult contracts for the Saints to navigate. The question now is, will Moore stick with Carr or will he push for a new quarterback? So if the Saints designate Carr as a post June 1st cut, they could save at least $30 million against the cap. But that would mean hitting the reset button at the most important position in football. So do the Saints draft a quarterback? Do they bring in a veteran? We'll see. Let me know in the comments below what you think they should do. Because if your plan is to cut Derek Carr post June 1st, you need to have a veteran, a cheap veteran to come in be with this team by the start of free agency. Or you go the route of the draft, or you let Spencer Rattler and Jake Hayner, crazy as that sound, to get ready. But we'll see how it all play out. I'm pretty sure we're gonna find out real soon what the decision is gonna be with Derek Carr. All right. So, but the biggest challenges ahead for the Saints is this under Kellen Moore. So the salary cap situation is a negative $52.3 million, 3 million projected for 2025. So while hiring Kellen Moore is a step in the right direction, he's walking into this is a very difficult situation, but it can be fixed. So we're gonna start with the cap space though. Let's talk about this cap space. All right. Saints are projected to be $52.3 million in the red for 2025, meaning a major roster moves are coming. They also have several key free agents, such as Paulson Adebo, Chase Young, Payne Turner, Lucas Patrick, to name a few. And on top of that, they need major upgrades on edge, defensive line, offensive line, running back, and wide receiver. That's a critical areas where the Saints needs to address. Big time in my opinion. So Mo will have to work closely with GM Mickey Loomis to navigate this rebuild. And speaking of that, are we in for a full rebuild? Or are we in for a retool? That's going to be the biggest question heading into this offseason. Now, me personally, I think they're going to continue to do what they've always done with these restructures. I think they're going to kick the can down the road for one more year. Now, if DeMario is still on this team, DeMario, Cam, Derek, even Honey Badger, I'm assuming I'll be under if they still back with this team, I'll be under the assumption that they're gonna try to run it back, see if you can win this out, get into the dance to see what happens. What happens? That's what I think will happen. But we'll see. But they got to change something with this team. Something is fundamentally wrong with this football team on why this team cannot show up for big games. They got to change that. So possible Saints draft targets in regards to the draft under Kellen Moore. I got Mason Graham, Tatiara McMillan, Mikael Williams. Those would be potential selections at 9. But first and foremost, we'll be keeping an eye on Moore's coaching staff hires. He's already been making calls behind the scenes about potential coordinators. So we'll see how that play out soon. We should get some clarity on that soon. Word on the street is that Brandon Staley, the former LA Chargers head coach, former Rams defensive coordinator, um, was an assistant with the 49ers last year, is the top guy to become the DC for the Saints under Kellen Moore, but we'll see. So quarterbacks that he could possibly look at to sign, if you move on from Carr, Justin Fields, I mean, would be like a primary candidate. I wouldn't be too shocked if he goes with Sam Darnold because, and I know y'all saying, well, Sam Darnold and Derek Carr are pretty much identical, but not really. Darnold has a bigger upside than Derek Carr, and Darnold is can get out of the pocket compared to, can do a better job of getting outside the pocket compared to Derek Carr and make plays. If you look at Kellen Moore's patterns of where he's been, he's worked well with mobile QBs. Justin Herbert, mobile. Dak Prescott, mobile, can get out of the pocket. He doesn't get out of the pocket as much as he used to, but he has the ability to do that. Jalen Hurts, he can get out of the pocket. You know, so we'll see. In the draft, there is some quarterbacks that can do that. Jalen Milrow, to name a few. Cam Ward, Shador Sanders. Unless the Saints want to, give up future assets, that's not gonna happen. But we'll see. You never know. But the bottom line is Kellen Moore is officially the head coach of New Orleans Saints. And while he's got a lot to work with, a lot that's ahead of him, this hire signals a new direction for the franchise. But will it be enough to get the Saints back to the top of the NFC South? All that's going to depend on, to me, how well this team drafts under Moore for this year and next year. This team needs an influx of talent. That's what they need. They need an influx of talent, of young talent that can contribute right away. That's what they need. And picking at draft picks 9 and draft pick 40 in the second round is gonna do that. They just gotta find the right guys. If not, this gonna continue. This stuff can continue for a decade plus if the Saints don't find the right guys. You get the best offensive mind in the game, but if you can't find the right guys in the draft and free agency, it won't work. But we'll see how it all play out, man. But that's all I have for y'all for right now. Kellen Moore is the new head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Pretty sure there's gonna be more news coming out in the next few days. The introductory press conference will be coming out real soon. So I'll be looking forward to hearing that. Looking forward to hearing what he has to say about Derek Carr, the future of Derek Carr with his team, his philosophy. How does he view this team? What things he can use? What can he bring from Philadelphia to this team? So we just gotta wait and see how it all gonna play out. But that's all I have for y'all for right now. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. What are your thoughts on Kellen Moore becoming the new head coach of the New Orleans Saints? If you listen to this podcast through Spotify, Apple, Amazon, give a 5-star rating, leave a review, share your thoughts on Kellen Moore becoming the new head coach of the New Orleans Saints. And also check out sportsview360.com/Saints for the latest news and content updates on the New Orleans Saints. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.